Hello everyone. I'm doing something slightly different with videos this time because I haven't posted a video for quite a while. I've been busy sewing. So I've just picked up this 201K from 1940. I've checked the serial number out, and as you can see, it's in quite a bad condition. I haven't touched it. I haven't even started dismantling it yet, but I wanted to video how I rescue a machine. I don't restore them, and you can see from this particular machine, it's lost all of its, or the majority of its decals. This has all gone silver, so I'm not going to be respraying this or, re-putting decals on or anything like that. But I have a sneaking suspicion that this one, once it's cleaned up, will work. And that's what I like to do. I enjoy just bringing them back to life in whatever state they're in. I mean, this has obviously got a story to tell because the decals are so worn. Someone loved it at some point. But at the moment, it's Mr. Mashup because it is very mashed up and in a very bad state. So I am going to document this in a video. I don't know how many videos I'm going to do, but it will be in like a vlog type format. But I'll go through each stage of how I clean them up. And I won't make you watch all of my cleaning, but I may be able to put it on like a high speed so you can just watch me cleaning quickly. But let me introduce you first to Mr. Mashup. Now, if I take my camera off and bring you in close, and you can see the badge is looking quite sad. There's a lot of rust. Yeah, there's like dirtiness. The tire is damaged. That's going to come off. Normally, the first thing I do when I'm looking, if I grab a machine, is have I got any parts missing? And luckily, this one is not missing any parts. It's got its plates. And usually it's a plate that's missing or the tension is missing or something. But by the looks of this, although it's mashed up, it's got everything that I need to be able to get this moving. Oh, apart from a crank. It hasn't got a crank, but this has come off a treadle, I believe. But I've got a spare crank so I can get that working. So let's just take it around here. So you can see that's, I don't even know how it's managed to get that ring, but something's obviously been scraping against it. Balance wheel has lost some chrome, and if I come back, that is very stiff. It's got a conk to it, so I'm not happy with that. If I come round, okay, tension assembly. Unless that is so worn the black has come off, that's a cream disc, and then that looks brown. So I don't even know if that's an original to this machine, because normally they're black, but you can see there's like nastiness. You can all look, there's a dust bunny, it's oozing out already. So got a lot. Cobwebs, that's normal. And a very rusty plate. And the pressure adjuster knob and the wick that's in the top, that's horrible. And then, oh, I thought I touched the web then. If I spin it round, does that even come off? Oh yeah, that does move. But it's probably going to be a spider jump out at some point. I hate that when that happens. The bonus, it does still have its treadle hinges, and it's got its grub screws. So if anything, I've got some hinges and grub screws out of this machine. So that is my starting point. Now, what I'm just going to show you, hopefully this is useful. If you've got a machine and you want to try and clean it up yourself, they are very easy. This is how I do it with my machines. So I'm just going to slide this back. I'm not even looking underneath yet. I don't even want to look underneath just yet. But these are the tools that I am going to use on this machine. First of all, a paintbrush. And this is just to very gently get any of the surface fluff and dust and muck off without scratching. Ew. Oof. without actually scratching the machine. So this is just to give it a quick dust off. I've also got this one, which is going to help me for when I pull the bobbin case out and just first thing is just to get as much dust and fluff off as possible. So I'm going to be using that. I use, obviously, screwdrivers. I'm going to need some screwdrivers for this. I'm going to need tweezers to get the thread and dust bunny yuckiness out. Makeup remover pads. These are really handy, well, to wipe down, but when I get to a point where I'm cleaning the body, this and sewing machine oil is going to be excellent. One of these, the little tooth thingies, they're really, really good to, like, you know, they're a tiny little pipe cleaner, essentially. And they're really good to push out muck and horribleness as well. What else? Autosol, metal polish. So I'm going to be using this for all the chrome pieces and some string. And I'll show you that when I get to it. It'll be in another video. But you can put Autosol onto the string, and then you can clean the bits inside, like the needle bar and the presser foot bar, just using wool. So this is really, really good. A selection of toothbrushes. Old toothbrush. Well, that's an actual toothbrush, an old one. They're really good for the scrubbing. But I've also got a nylon brush, and I think that's an aluminium. It's a used one, but that's an aluminium brush. So that's going to be for the stubborn rust and really congealed dirt, and probably dried on oil as well. So that I use these. I also use, let me put this in camera. So I use this stuff. This I may not need to use on this machine, but it's a penetrating oil. So if I've got some really stuck screws or real stiffness, I can soak internal parts with some of this, and this will help to, literally, the oil penetrates even to the tiniest little gaps and starts to wash away any of the muck. It will not damage your machine, but it's very, very good stuff. And for getting off rust and normal muck and dirt, I also use WD-40. Again, this is safe on your machine. Don't go out of your way to spray it all over the decals, but for the parts underneath, all the moving parts, this is really good. I will be using this on the faceplate and probably the bobbin winder and the throat plates because of the amount of rust. I may even use a bit of it on the gold badge here, although that looks quite awful. We'll see. But I find this is really good. The only thing you've got to make sure with WD-40 is that you get it all off, because it drives out moisture. So it will drive out oil, it drives out everything, and then what it does is leaves any metal parts extremely dry. And if you haven't got it all off, when you put sewing machine oil in your machine, it will just bounce straight off because this stuff is stopping it. So you've got to just make sure that you use this when necessary, but wipe it off afterwards. And then the other thing is dusters. Lots of dusters, and you can get them really cheap in the shops. Dusters and green goo. So this is Swafiga Original Classic. This helps to suck grease and dirt out of the black of the machine, or the body of the machine. However, and this is amazing stuff. It's really good. I highly recommend it. You don't need too much of it, and I'll show you when I get to that point. I'll show you how I use it. But it does it's such a good clean. It will leave the machine very dry on the outside, and you can start seeing cracking and things like that. But then that's where you sew machine oil afterwards, and that just moisturizes it and makes it look pretty again. So not actually that much stuff. If you're going to attempt to rescue your own machine, I highly recommend you order a Chinese the night before. And the reason why I say that is you're going to need some pots. And Chinese restaurant or curry or anything like that, grab yourself, unless you've already got some, grab some pots. Because you can use these over and over again, and then but they're really handy for what I'm going to do next. So there's Mr. Mashup. Let me bring Mr. Mashup back into camera because he's the star at the moment. And he's filthy. What's the other thing? Oh, I go through so much of it. Kitchen towel. Because it's going to be very mucky, and kitchen towel just absorbs everything, and it means I'm not ruining my nice tea towels and things like that. Not that I would use a tea towel. Kitchen towel is really good. So yeah, this video is just to show you my starting point for now. Hopefully, over the next few videos, it might give you inspiration to do your own, or to see just how, you know, just with a few simple things, how you can get a machine up and running and working. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I won't do this on camera, unless I come across something that I think, actually, yes, I want to video that. But the first thing I'm going to do is give it a quick dust, get all the muck off. Things like dust, and I mean, I can see, you know, there might be grit. If I don't clean that all off, then, you know, as soon as I start handling it, I might score a bit of grit in the machine, and I'm just going to cause more damage to it. So I just give it a quick fluffy dust off first. Next thing I'm going to do is take off the tension, get rid of this thread. Take off the tension assembly and put that in a pot. Take off the plates and the face plate and the one at the back here, and put those in a pot. Then I will take off the balance wheel and the stop motion knob and put, well, balance wheel won't actually fit in a pot. I might need to have another Chinese. But I'm essentially taking off all the chrome pieces, and then have a look at the inside of the faceplate, see how bad that is. I'm just going to see, hopefully you can see this in camera. If I tip it, but hold it. Okay, yeah, that's got cobwebs. There's probably a nasty beastie spider in there as well, but you can see all the underneath is horrible. I'm going to put that back because if there's a spider, I need to get the stick. Okay, so all I've done is just turn that on its side, and it's already very grubby. Hence kitchen towel. So that's going to be the first thing I do. So I'm going to try and document different sections of the cleaning process as I go along. What I will try to do, if I can figure it out, but what I'm going to try and do is, for each video, I will list in the description side on YouTube, I'll list in the description what elements I cover. So if you're seeing this video for the first time, or you've watched another one, or you want to be able to go back to the videos and watch them again, I'll try in the description box just to explain, okay, this video I'm covering blah blah and blah blah. So it will help you navigate through the videos, hopefully. But I need to go and wash my hands now. So this is video 1, vlog 1. As I say, I don't know how many videos I'm going to do, but let's see. So this is Mr. Mashup, and this is the starting point.